Welcome to this YouTube video about the life of El Cid, one of the most famous warriors and national heroes of Spain. Known for his military campaigns and chivalry, El Cid's life was filled with intrigue, battles, and political turmoil. From his early days as a young warrior to his famous conquest of Valencia, join us as we delve into the fascinating story of El Cid. His birth and youth, El Cid, from his real name Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar, was born in 1043 in Vivar, in the province of Burgos, Castile, Spain. He was the son of Diego Lainez, a noble from the court of Ferdinand I of Castile. From an early age, El Cid was brought up in the military tradition. He was trained in horsemanship and the art of war, as well as poetry and music. He quickly became an excellent warrior, known for his physical strength, courage and skill. He was 15 when his father died. He was then raised at the court of King Ferdinand I, with his heir son, the future Sancho II of Castile. He became his friend and served him when he acceded to the throne in 1065. The first exile, in the service of the Taifa of Zaragoza, for having violated the king's peace, accusing him more or less directly of having participated in the assassination of his own friend, he was exiled in 1081, and traveled the east of the peninsula, offering his services to princes, both Christians and Muslims. From this period dates his nickname of Cid, from the Arabic Sayyid which means Lord. His other nickname, Campeador, the champion, comes from the Latin campedoctor, instructor, arms master, and was given to him in 1066 after his victory in single combat against Jimeno Garces, lieutenant of the King of Navarre Sancho IV, reputed to be invincible. Some think that Cid is a Hispanization of Arabic Qaid, a rank equivalent to that of general in the Moorish armies. The second exile, El Cid's second exile began in 1081, after King Alfonso VI banished him for a second time. This time he was accused of taking unjust action against the people of the city of Cuenca, which he had taken during a battle. El Cid was forced to leave Castile with his wife and children and traveled to different parts of Spain, seeking refuge and support. Eventually he was welcomed by the Moorish king Yusuf al-Mu'taman ibn Hud of the Taifa of Zaragoza, who saw in him a potential ally against common enemies, the Christian kings of Spain. El Cid agreed to serve under Yusuf al-Mu'taman and led raids and military expeditions against Christian kings. While in Zaragoza, El Cid also strengthened his relationship with the city's Jewish communities, which faced persecution and discrimination. He granted privileges and freedoms to Jews and appointed a Jew as his treasurer. Eventually, in 1086, El Cid was recalled by King Alfonso VI, who needed his military skills to fight the Moors in Valencia. El Cid agreed to return to Castile, but only after brokering a deal that guaranteed his forgiveness and return of all his property. This period of exile allowed El Cid to establish a reputation as an able military leader and to gain important allies, who supported him in his later campaigns. The conquest of Valencia. El Cid's conquest of Valencia is considered one of the most famous feats of his career. After being exiled from Castile by King Alfonso VI in 1081, El Cid turned to private warfare and worked for various Muslim rulers. In 1094, he was hired by the Taifa king of Zaragoza to fight the king of Valencia, Yahya al-Qadir. El Cid began by besieging the town of Alpuente, which he eventually captured. He then continued his march to Valencia, where he won several important battles against the forces of King Yahya. In 1097, after 3 years of siege, El Cid finally succeeded in taking the city. After the capture of Valencia, El Cid ruled the city as an independent prince, but formally recognized the suzerainty of the King of Castile in 1099. He worked for both Christians and Muslims throughout his career, but his conquest of Valencia is considered one of the most remarkable moments in medieval Spanish history. She was also immortalized in the famous Spanish epic poem, El Canto de Mio Cid. His death. El Cid died on July 10, 1099 in Valencia, Spain. After repelling several enemy attacks, he finally succumbed to illness. After his death, his wife Jimena and his soldiers continued to rule the city until it was conquered by the Almohads in 1102. El Cid became an iconic figure in Spanish history and celebrated in literature and the arts. His story has inspired many works, including plays, operas and films. Today, he is considered one of Spain's most famous national heroes. Thank you for watching this video about the life of El Cid, one of the most celebrated warriors and leaders in Spanish history. From his early years as a page in the court of King Ferdinand I, to his battles against the Moors and his conquest of Valencia, El Cid's life was full of adventure and heroism. Despite the challenges and setbacks he faced, El Cid's unwavering loyalty to his king and his people earned him the respect and admiration of all who knew him. His legacy continues to inspire people around the world to this day. We hope you enjoyed learning about the life and achievements of El Cid, and we invite you to explore more videos on our channel about other fascinating historical figures. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with our latest content.